Loitering infraction detected. Clear pad approach immediately to avoid lethal response.
O7 said. Dan Debelis.
Hey Dan, how's it going?
No fire zone exited.
Landing gear retracted. Frameshift drive charging. Ready to engage. Three, two,
Lights are flashing, pieces thumping. New year coming, vortex squadron, ready to fly. Look at what's coming, reach for the sky. Stars are twinkling, engines roar, countdown's ticking. We'll explore. 3, 3, 3, 1. Here we start. In the galaxy, play our part. The night is young. Dance, dance, life's begun. Countdown now, 3, 3, 1, 1. Into the storm, we're having fun. The night is young. Dance, dance, life's begun. Countdown now, 3, 3, 1, 1. Into the storm, we're having fun. Planets turning, time to glide. Vortex squadron, by your side. Feel the rhythm, feel the cheer. It's adventure's almost here. Oh yeah, lift your hands high. Sparkling stars in the sky. Vortex fly, feel alive. There's more joy, let's arrive. The night is young. Dance, dance, life's begun. Countdown now, 3, 3, 1, 1. Into the storm, we're having fun. The night is young.
No fire zone entered.
landing gear deployed. Scan detected.
Your scan is clear. Carry on with your journey, Commander.
Integrity compromised. Taking damage. Docking successful. Engines disengaged.
On what grounds are you scanning this vessel, officer?
Maximum capacity. Ship released. Engines engaged.
Loitering infraction detected. Clear path approach immediately to avoid lethal response.
Welcome to the new dawn of 2011. Vortex Squad is ready to go to heaven. With our spirits as high as the
No fire zone exited.
Frameshift drive charging.
We will be cruising in system for a while. Please feel free to take advantage of our in-flight entertainment.
Vortex Squadron's holiday glow. In the void where dreams take flight. Peace and joy and cosmic
Morning, said
sight.
Tortoise.
Morning, Cruz.
Galaxies with twinkling lights. Spread the cheer on endless nights. Venturing forth to worlds unknown. Finding warmth in space we've flown. Happy Christmas from afar.
Today's cruise includes some delightful views. Our flight attendants are on hand with full details.
Welcome, Commander. Please request docking permission before approaching the landing pad. Access granted. Commander, you are good to approach the landing pad.
Singing our galactic song, forever venturing hand in hand across the universe so grand. From the edge of time and space, smiles
Landing gear
align
deployed.
every place. Vortex Squadron's message clear. Holiday love we hold so
Loitering infraction detected. Clear pad approach immediately to avoid lethal response.
Obstructing the pads, Commander. Please clear the carrier.
Happy Christmas from afar.
Starport infractions cleared. Docking privileges restored.
Galactic travel, oh so wide.
Touchdown. Command shutdown.
What are you up to, Tortoise? More hauling? Or are you earning money?
Through the edge of time and space, smiles that light up every place. Vortex Squadron's message clear. Holiday love we hold so dear.
Earning Earl credits said. Tortoise.
IRL credits. There you go. Gotta have those, right?
Shadows creep. Vortex Squadron never sleeps. Stars may fall and worlds collide. We'll defend with endless pride. Through the chaos, through the night. Guided by the Emperor's light. Galaxies in disarray. We'll unite. Come what may. For the Empire, we stand strong. Vortex echoes in our song. In the stars, our legacy. We are bound by loyalty.
I picked up the pre-built Type 9. Worth the investment for me, said.
Oh yeah.
Tortoise.
It's a very good bang for the buck. It gives you a very well outfitted ship, better than any other of the pre-builts.
Superpowers clashing wide. We'll protect the Emperor's tide. In the vastness of the space, we'll secure our sovereign place. For the Empire, we stand strong. Vortex echoes in our song. In the stars, our legacy. We are bound by loyalty.
Did you guys see the picture on the launcher? The profile view of the new ship. It's coming out next month. Looking slick. Reminds me a little bit of the Talon from Star Citizen. At least the front of it does.
Local pickups in Mini Bubble versus heading to Trailblazer Dream at a ratio of 1 to 2 I feel at the moment, said. Tortoise.
Well, that's good
Yo
that
said. Draxter.
hey Drac.
07 said. Draxter.
Hey Drac, I got one load left to bring up to the station that's just one jump from the Neutron. So that'll be up and running as soon as I bring it up there.
I like your music, said. Draxter.
You do? Because I don't.
Sorry,
I'm
wasn't paying attention, said Dragster.
I don't. This is not the kind of stuff I listen to. But I'm playing all of Vortex's. He just updated all his songs, or he added some more songs, I should say. So I told him I'd play an hour
So the
of his stuff
T3
today.
is done. Nice work, said Dragster.
D3 is not even started, dude. It's gonna be the next thing to do after I finish the station over one jump from the pulsar, the Neutron.
This colonization stuff is got me confused, said Dragster.
The T3 is in the Atlas bubble, and I haven't started on that. That's at literally 0% right
I
now.
like everything. It depends on the mood, said Dragster.
Gotcha. And then you saw the I posted the link to the spreadsheet that
Okay,
has
said Dragster.
the spreadsheet that has a link to all of the pulsars on the way to Colonia. And there's quite a few of them. So I think that any future supply bubble should be no more than one jump for that. Because most people are going to be using the auto routing that takes them through the pulsars. So if you're not within one jump of a pulsar, no one's going to stop to get materials there.
Yeah, I saw the spreadsheet. It will be very useful. Why is the wave going toward the snake? Is it to start a new Thargoid bubble? ATM said Dragster.
There's a station at the snake, which I think is what everybody was moving that way. And then I was moving that way just because I got a pet snake. I like snakes. So I thought it'd be cool to have something over by the Snake Nebula there. But there's way too many people moving there, so
What
I'm
kind of music do you like?
probably not going to go
said
there.
Dragster.
I usually listen to EDM or ambient, just more no yelling and actually not even all that much singing. More musical.
Please confirm. To get you need a ground large colony city, but you have to build extractions around it. How does the economy become refinery? Said Draxter.
You know, the real answer is I don't think anybody really knows, because James has got ideas of how that works, but he's also told me different things that seem to be contradictory on that count. So I think he's still trying to nail down what it means. But the one thing is for sure is you cannot get CMMs in the station. No matter what you build, if you get CMM, it's still going to be on the ground. It's not going to be in the station. So, but specifically what you need there, I'm not 100% sure. I'm not getting any CMMs in my system. I am getting all the metals, but not CMM. So I'm not sure what has to
What's
be different
up,
to get
Atlas
CMM.
said. Solar Sailor.
Hey, Solar.
Did you build extractions on High Metal World? Said
No.
Draxter.
I did not. No, I wasted my high metal worlds for other things because I built on there before I knew anything about how this stuff worked. So I built them for, farms and things.
Yeah, I've only ever found CMM composites planetside. Said Solar Sailor.
Yep.
07 said.
I think that's the only
Show
way
me.
it works. Carrier jumps are 16 minutes currently.
Twilights in the sky, we ride the glow. Cruising through the Milky Way's techno.
Did you see the Galnet post about the station that was put on the Neutron star? It says Brewer Corp deploying to assist to help fix it.
Yep.
Said
Yep.
Schism.
Hopefully they won't. I really kind of like the fact that it's spinning at a crazy speed. And it'd be too bad if nobody else got to see that. I actually flew out there to take a look at it. Well, we have videos of people doing that, but it is kind of neat seeing it in
I was
person.
actually kinda hoping they were going to leave that station for memes. Said
I know, exactly.
Solar Sailor.
They totally should. It could be that the owner put in all that material and didn't want to have a station that doesn't work, but I agree. I think it's great for memes. Wonder, I should probably do one more flight before the carrier jumps.
Ship departing. Launch is go.
Loitering infraction detected. Clear pad approach immediately to avoid lethal response. Starport infractions cleared. Docking privileges restored.
Yeah, that's why I'm taking my time with construction. I can fit
No
4
fire
small
zone
settlements
exited.
or 3 medium settlements in a FC said Draxter. The ultimate skill test. Land
Well,
on
and
the
that's one-
station without falling into the inclusion zone. Said
Yeah.
Solar
exactly.
Sailor.
Yeah, the settlements you can fit a lot more of because just one station that you can fit in an FC or multiple settlements. But yeah, I think all focus for me is going to be on getting that T3 built, and I'm going to start guilting people on the channel into helping because as far as I'm concerned, you know, channel's not monetized. There's nothing you can do to give me money, but what you can do is help make deliveries happen. So I think for the next week or so, until there's significant progress on there, I'm going to be soliciting some material hauling aid. But it's hard. Like I can't even compete to have somebody else load materials for me from the mega ships.
I want to know how they were able to finish the station set. Solar Sailor.
Oh, that's easy. That's not a glitch. I mean, it is a glitch, but it's not a cheat or anything. Because the stations move from where you build them. So the build ship was outside of the capture zone, so it was stationary. And then once the station was actually finished, it yoinked that station inside the capture zone. So same thing happened to a few other folks, including Mechan, where the station moved. The difference here is it didn't just get closer to the sun, it got closer to a neutron, and so it started rotating. I mean, I think other people could have the exact same thing happen, you know, accidentally. Unless they fixed the placement bug. But
Oh,
I would
that's
still
right.
love to
The
leave it there for
deployment is
memes.
where it went wrong. Said.
Yep.
Solar Sailor.
Yeah, I mean, it's the game company's fault, but also, if that was my station, I would totally try and tell them to leave it alone. Because it is a hilarious meme. And you can get in the station, just not very often. If you take a shuttle, transport
I'll
shuttle,
finish my initial station, then
About
help with your T3.
1 out of
I'll probably
10.
be a weak set. Tortoise.
yeah, cool tours. Well, you're gonna, like I said, you're gonna hear guilt reminders on the channel here. But about 1 out of 10 shuttles that fly in there or fly out actually make it. So people have been going into that station and then trying to like claim their ship there and then leave in their own ship, but that just results in an explosion because your ship basically, you cross the border at which it stops spinning with the station just as you're exiting the station. So essentially the station like hits the side of your ship at a very high speed and detonates it. But shuttles are small enough that, and maybe you could even do this manually with a small ship. I haven't seen people try it with a really tiny ship like an Eagle that goes fast. Maybe you could do it with that ship. But the shuttles seem to slip through, but not very much, like 10%.
What do we want? Freedom. When do we want it? Now.
Oh yeah, we have total like war lockdown happening in the system now. Come on.
I'm at 52%
No
on
fire
my
zone
asteroid
entered.
station, and then I can
Nice.
come out and help in a few days or a week. I
Mhm.
also volunteer. James, face with tears of joy, said. Joey.
Got 18. Where's 18? Well, there's a little over 2 weeks to go, guys. It's not like it's an emergency or anything. But, you know, I started doing the math and looking at other people building T3s. At like, it's super tight. I may be able to build it by myself, but probably not.
No crimes detected. You're free to go, Commander.
Loitering infraction detected. Clear pad approach immediately to avoid lethal response.
Taking damage. Landing gear deployed. Docking successful. Engines disengaged.
So I want to grab titanium. And this thing is running out of polymer, ceramics, steel. It's
Where's
starting
the
to run out of
T3?
titanium.
Said. Dragster.
Where's what? Oh, T3? It's in the Atlas bubble. It's the middle one on the screen there. It's the Col 359 that you see on the screen, the 5-26.
Ship released. Engines engaged.
The good news is that there's an economy in the other systems in that bubble now, so I should be able to get some stuff locally, or people donating can get some stuff locally. But
Come on. You go, Dragster. And my 6. Count them. 6 fleet carriers said. Dragster. I did probably 60% of my friend's station since he's new to the game and ran into some major PC issues right as the window was set to close. I took it fairly leisurely.
nice.
Said. Solar Sailor.
All right, let's jump before this thing jumps out. I may have missed my window already.
No fire zone exited.
We'll find out. See if I got there on time or not.
I went to HIP 90,578 to get materials.
Yep.
But gankers caused a war state and checkpoint said.
Yeah, there's a
Joey.
war state there.
Pushing roughly 5 to 10% daily was a bit of a chore, but it's totally doable. Said. Solar Sailor.
Yep, but the war doesn't really affect the ability to get the materials. It just means you got different factions that are going to pull you out of warp. But you're not there very long. Come on.
If I load up on some caffeine, put some EDM, I can probably have you at 50% in a day said. Dragster.
Access granted.
Okay, they're letting me on. Let's see if I can land before it turns off the landing pad. Gotten it close.
I build my first outpost, where it's better to plan my first spaceport, said Odin.
Hull integrity compromised.
And then. Come on.
Taking damage.
Yeah, made it. Sweet.
Oh, for sure, Dragster, but I work nights, so I'm limited on how much time I can allot to the game, said Solar Sailor.
Wait, am I on the wrong ship? No. I'm on the wrong ship. God damn it. Okay, that ship's jumping in 4 minutes. I won't be able to. Oh well. C'est la vie.
My carrier kept getting moved further and further away last night. I started at 60s away, and by the time I left I was 72.1s away. What caused that said? Joey.
Because you're not stationary. The solar system is actually real. So everything's rotating around planets and suns.
I can load 10 to 12,000 tons of stuff into a FC per hour, said Dragster.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember how long it took me yesterday I want to say it was about 3.5 hours for a full FC. So you're definitely faster doing that than I am.
Oh, I don't have a FC yet, said Solar Sailor.
Yeah, so if you've built one station already, Solar Sailor, or is that somebody else that was asking that? But if you built one station, but you don't have an FC, now is actually a great time to make money for an FC. Oh no, that was Oda was saying that. Okay. Yeah, so you can get an FC right now very quickly by just going and hauling stuff to fill the carriers that are parking at the Trailblazer ships. There's quite a few of them out there. And a lot of them are, like, I was paying 400%, like, so 4x. For anything you buy, you quadruple the price on what when you sell it to the carrier. There are people right now that are paying 800 to 1,000%.
I'm gonna plan myself a nice little vacation to the black, said Solar Sailor.
Yeah, or you could just ignore the whole thing exactly and go out to the black. That's certainly another option. I'm going to switch accounts here, guys. Take my one that's about to jump.
My little trick is really fast. It cuts the time down by half, Traveling said.
Yep.
Dragster.
Oh, it's been posted on a lot of Discords, man. You're definitely not the only one using that. I think it does break immersion a little bit, so I can also see why people don't want to use it. But it certainly makes things a lot faster.
Squadron makes waves in the night for a whole milk car from stardust and light.
So I think where that trick would be an interesting one to use, Drac, would be actually going the other direction. So if you're bringing materials from a system, your carrier that's parked next to a no, wait a minute. How would you do this? You would want to use it for... Okay, so if you're going to...
What tricks? The SCO boost with Super Cruise assist on, said Solar Sailor.
Yeah,
I
this is
thought it was too expensive to get a carrier, but I found a guy paying 81k per unit of CMM.
There you
and
go.
52k per unit of steel and titanium.
Yep.
You only need the basics to get a carrier. Refuel and repair.
Exactly.
Said Joey.
Yeah, I think there's going to be a lot of people, both that are on here and in other, YouTubers and stuff, that see how quick and easy it is to get a carrier right now by just doing the same thing that you would
As
be
the
doing anyway,
owner, you
just
can
hauling.
Store your ships and mods, said Joey.
Yep. And what else would you recommend, Joey? Hint, hint, watching my video.
Noted. said. Solar Sailor. Don't crash into a planet, said. Joey.
Well, no, that's obviously no. But I was gonna say, I've got a very good, probably the best, if I say so myself, video about carriers and what all the options are and how to use them appropriately. A lot of people that buy carriers never do anything but haul with them. There's a ton more you can do with them.
Close to 6 billion, though, said. Joey. I saved 5.7 billion, said. Joey.
And how long did that take you, Joey? Or like, where did you start before you started using the really saving for a carrier? What'd you have in your wallet?
What I do is park the carrier real close to the planetary settlement. I kill myself and end up on the planet. Recall my T9 and then fly back up with the second T9 that is already there, said. Dragster.
Yeah, although I'm not sure why you're using T9s instead of better ships, but okay. So it took you 2 days, and then how much did you start with? How much money did you have at the beginning of that? There you go.
2.5 billion to 6.7 billion in 2.5 days, said.
So 4.2 billion in 2.5 days.
3 to 4 minutes. So the trip is only one way, flying up to the carrier.
Yep.
Said. Dragster.
Yeah, but I still rather do that in the cutter.
I had an interdiction drop me out of Super Cruise, aimed at a planet, and when it loaded in, I was hurtling toward the ground of a high-gravity planet with a cargo hold full of materials. Said.
Yep,
Solar
that'll happen
Sailor.
occasionally. Unfortunately, okay, so where am I here? I need to load up.
Wow, that's a lot of money, said. Oda.
Yeah, and this will change, guys, if you're not
These are
hauling
the
right
alt
now.
accounts. Only my main has the cutter, said. Dragster.
Oh, okay, gotcha. If you're not hauling right now, you're definitely missing out on the fast money, because that, as people get tired of hauling stuff and stop building, the prices will go back down to normal. No one's going to pay 100%. The only reason they're paying that much
I
right
never
now is because
got
of
the cutter on
competition.
the other accounts. I was stupid, said. Dragster.
Well, and of course now it takes longer to get to a cutter.
In the depths of space we find peace. Amidst the chaos it never cease. Every pilot's dream an epic release. Guardians of all we hold dear and least.
Go to those trailblazer systems, and people are paying high dollar right now.
Yep.
Players are lazy and have too much money, said. Joey.
Yeah, which is
Dude,
great.
Furion is advertising the Vortex Squadron on your stream. Lol, said. Dragster.
Kinda. I'm playing all of his music right now. I was talking to him earlier, and
No
he's
kidding.
released some new
I
music.
might have to pass that along to my buddy. He's only been playing for a few months now and hasn't unlocked more than the basics.
Oh yeah, yeah. Get a get yourself a T9, start hauling for other people, and you'll have a carrier in no time. Absolutely. So fast. In fact, I need to make a video about doing just that. Because normally, the scanning for plants is the fastest way to make money, but right now I think the loading other people's carriers is actually faster.
No fire zone exited.
Frameshift drive charging. Ready to engage.
I'm pretty damn close to that thing.
4, 3, 2, 1. Engage.
Get past all this bullshit though. Target obscured. What about?
Docking request denied. Please approach to 7500 M.
Landing gear deployed.
Oh no. I went to the wrong place. God damn it. Oh well. Need to do another jump.
Docking successful. Engines disengaged. Landing gear retracted. Ship released. Engines engaged.
I was like, I thought that planet looked a little different. Okay, I gotta get a jump going pronto here to the correct system.
Stardust in your hair, you're a cosmic dream. Flying through the space on a laser beam. Galactic whispers calling out your name. Vortex Squadron lights up just the same.
That carrier, there we go. I like that.
Planetary dance under nebulous skies. With the wink and a nod, diamond stars in your eyes. From the shadows of moons to the edge of the truth. Commander, you shine like a stellar sleuth. Gravitational waves carry our creed. In the silent vacuum where whispers lead. Our beacon is bright, it never will stray. Follow the trail into the Milky Way. Wishing you all the best in the void out there. From the cosmic center, gotta feel that flare. Waiting to salute like a bright comet's tail. Commander will follow, no way we could fail. Beacon is bright, it never will stray. Follow the trail into the Milky Way. Wishing you all the best in the void out there. From the cosmic center, gotta feel that.
Okay.
Frameshift drive charging. 4, 3, 2.
Yeah, I think for anybody that doesn't have a carrier but has a T9 at the bare minimum, right now is a short-term, very good opportunity for money making simply by hauling stuff to people's carriers. And I was having people load up my carrier for a while at 400%, but that doesn't do diddly squat anymore. Like, people are paying 800 or 1,000 or more percent. So 400% doesn't get your carrier filled. And I'm too cheap to pay more than that.
Welcome, Commander. Maintain a conservative speed around this carrier. Attention all ships. This carrier is scheduled a hyperspace jump. Please conclude any remaining business in the system prior to departure. Permission granted. Check your landing pad assignment. That's an affirmative. See you soon, Commander.
I'm going back for a couple of hours later this week to get some of my money back from buying the carrier set.
Landing gear deployed.
Joey.
Good plan.
Landing complete. Ship is secure. Welcome to this carrier, Commander. Attention all ships. This carrier is scheduled a hyperspace jump. Please conclude any remaining business in the system prior to departure. We're ready for our next home.
Okay, there we go. Going to take the other systems off of there, so it's obvious which one is the main one to help with. Okay, so this thing should be jumping soon. To the right system this time. 8 minutes.
Hello, said Artwork. That is so wicked. You mean to tell me that the carrier owners are bumping up the prices, sitting
yeah.
there for days at a time until they're fully loaded and pay other people even up to 1000%? Said
Exactly.
Draxter.
That's
Why
exactly
couldn't
right.
we do that with said Draxter?
I know, right? If we could do it with NPCs, first of all, things wouldn't get clogged up because you're not relying on just humans. It would be NPCs doing it.
Lockdown begins in 5 minutes.
Plus, having NPCs do paid work is it's a money sink, which is what this game needs desperately. There are way too many ways to make money and not nearly enough ways to lose money. So being able to offload the loading of a carrier to NPCs, but always at exaggerated prices, would be exactly the kind of thing they need. You could buy it yourself for 100%.
I think
You
I
could
got
pay
lucky
NPCs
with my
500%.
first system. Has 2 water world, 3 high metal content, and a lot of icy body to build. Said Oda.
Yeah, the water worlds and the Earth-like worlds don't actually do anything good for you, when you are doing architecture. The high metal content is definitely good, but the key things you're looking for is how many planet-side ports can you build. So you'll see a number next to the planet, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. The higher that number, the better the planet. And the more of high number planets are in the system, the better the system. That's the key thing that everybody's looking for, is finding systems that have a lot of planets with high numbers on them so you could build a lot of things on them. But water worlds you can't land on, so that's actually a negative.
But pretty cool location for my bar station, said Oda.
Figure while I'm waiting, might as well make a thumbnail, right?
Nice view, said Oda.
Something like that. Maybe leave enough space on the right for text for the thumbnail. Something like that.
But you can terraform at WW or Earth like, so it means higher population, said Draxter.
Where are you getting that, Drax?
I had to remember to lock my carrier down so people, cough cough Atlas, would not buy my materials while I'm gone, said Joey.
I only did that once, dude.
Put T3 in their orbit, said Draxter.
Do we have concrete numbers for what a difference is between a T3 on a Earth-like world versus a different world? Because I have not seen anything on any messages streams that talk about that. Save that. Oh, you guys are gonna watch it take off. Maybe. We'll see. See if it doesn't pull me back inside. Which it probably will. Yeah. It is totally doing that. It is totally doing that. Actually... Oh, there we go.
If you put a colony economy in the orbit, it will become a terraform, said Dragster.
You got a planet that shows it actually doing that?
Hangar bays are secure.
Unfortunately, it closes this window before it actually starts to jump, so can't see it happening.
Airlocks are secure. Access to secure area is restricted without prior clearance.
Yeah, Drag, where did you see that? Because again, like, all this makes logical sense, but the game doesn't necessarily work logically. So, is there an example somewhere where there's a T3 port over an Earth-like world, and that port is human-made, not made before the expansion came out, where that made a difference to it?
Attention all personnel. The frameshift drive has engaged.
Not yet. I'm just guessing, but I found a terraformable water world that I will attempt it on, said
Yeah,
Dragster.
it sounds like it should, but, you know, just because it makes sense doesn't mean it's actually the case here. Yeah, I took the damn camera out so we couldn't see the ship leaving and creating all the black clouds going into which space.
Attention all pilots. Jump sequence finalized. Normal operations are restored.
Where can mine trip? Is that at a ringed planet? Said Joey. Gives me submarine movie vibes, said Tortoise.
Yeah, it's a rings. Specifically, you're looking for ice rings.
I love watching the jump from the command deck, said
Yeah, it's
Joey.
pretty cool. After a while, you kind of get too lazy to go to the command bridge all the time, but it is cool. Hey, Drac, one of the things that somebody else had mentioned in doing the same escape pod maneuver is to change out of your cutter to a small size ship before exiting the ship into the carrier so that you don't have to walk as far. Okay, something weird going on there. Try this.
Cargo hold.
Okay,
Maximum
it's
capacity.
maximum, so let's go launch. And
I have a small band of ice rings in system. Mostly
oh,
rock,
by the way,
said
is this one of
Joey.
your carriers or not? This Titanis Giganticus.
Landing gear retracted.
Confirmed. Ship released. Launch is go.
Frameshift drive charging.
There we go.
Warning, frameshift drive operating beyond safety limits.
Shit. Damn it.
No, it's not, said Draxter. My fleet carriers start with DFC.
Okay.
said
Wonder who that
Draxter.
is. He's been sitting in the system for a few days. I think he's probably just waiting for me to finish the station so he can go snipe something. Is my guess. But he's more than welcome to. There's literally nothing that this station will give me that I want. It's, no other systems in this area are reachable from this station that I want.
No fire zone entered.
Granted.
Okay, we'll move that out of land.
So what you were saying is when you're on the fleet carrier, switch to smaller ship, then
Yeah.
go and escape pod
Yeah.
yourself.
Yeah,
it
yeah.
might save 5 to 10 seconds, maybe, said
It times 100
Draxter.
times. Yeah.
Landing gear deployed.
Because you don't have to run all that way, especially with a cutter, which is a long ship. But even with the T9, I think it'll save time. you know, going to a Sidewinder or a Cobra 5 or something. DBX.
Docking successful. Engines disengaged.
Okay, down 2,400 left.
Landing gear retracted. Ship released. Engines engaged. Frameshift drive charging. 4, 3, 2, 1.
No fire zone exited.
List the material needs for your T3 in Discord. I'll load up 2 fleet carriers for JAR C5-26, said Draxter.
Okay, it's literally a 0%, so it's whatever is on the spreadsheet, but I can copy and paste that in.
That will be about 4-5 hours of work, depending if I can find some good trance music to listen to, said Draxter.
Well, there's plenty of good trance music out there, that's for sure. Did we finish with Vortex? If we did, I might just put some trance on right now. Back in the day, we used to call that hacking music. This is in...
Comms established. Hello, Commander.
Right there. See? So once a day, I'll just
Creel Life stuff, said
update this stuff.
Draxter. And some G Fuel Draxter. Grinning, squinting face, said
G Fuel,
Tortoise.
that's definitely after my day. We had Gatorade, and actually before like the really nasty stuff was Jolt Cola, like back in the early 90s. That stuff was, it advertised itself as all the sugar and twice the caffeine. There we go. All right, I put a post in Elite Atlas Bubbles comms. So that is the current needs as of today. 63,000 steel. You could literally do like 3 carriers of nothing but steel. All right.
Caffeine X 10 and lots of burritos with super hot sauce. I'll be in a grind trance, said Draxter.
All right, let me close this thing. Let me go over
App
here.
said Draxter.
Huh?
Or the toilet, said Joey. I've never had G Fuel, but it's become a bit of a meme. Monster and Red Bull, in my younger days, messes with the heart, said Tortoise.
Landing gear deployed.
Docking successful. Clamps engaged. Welcome to this carrier, Commander.
Okay, there we go. Alright, there's about 4 hours of trance.
Landing gear retracted.
Ship released. Launch is go.
Frameshift drive charging.
No fire zone exited.
Well, Red Bull always tasted like shit. Monster was slightly better. But I've never tried G Fuel. I don't know what that tastes like. I know Jolt Cola used to taste great. But now, yeah, other stuff.
No fire zone entered.
Docking request granted.
An ally like you is always welcome here.
Surge was alright, just a high caffeine version. Oh, Mellow Yellow said. Joey.
Surge? I don't think I've had that. But it was more like Mellow Yellow than Mountain Dew. Because I think out of the regular soft drinks, Mountain Dew tended to have more caffeine than others. Taste-wise, I still think that, like,
How can I be of assistance?
Mexican Coke, which is, as I used to know it, regular Coke back in the 80s, I still think that has the best flavor. So luckily where I live we can get Mexican Coke anytime. Not that I drink it all that much these days.
Yeah, Surge made by Coke said.
Oh, is
Joey.
it? Yeah. It still is? I guess I've never seen it in stores.
Docking successful. Engines disengaged.
Ah, log out.
At this rate of colonization, I wonder how long it will take until we will be able to go to Colonia without fuel, Scoop said. Oda.
If they don't change anything, I'm gonna guess half a year. Because people are building stations out there about every 2 hours. Making the bridge longer and longer about every 2 hours.
July is my guess, said Tortoise.
I think it's a little more than that. I think it's about half a year from a month ago, so probably like September. See what's left. 1624, so 2 loads.
Will this take long? I've got a schedule to keep.
Landing gear retracted. Ship released. Engines engaged. Frameshift drive charging. 4, 3, 2, 1.
No fire zone exited.
And as soon as I'm done with this, I'm going to give a quick tour of that system that needs all the materials, because I actually want to record a video. I'm going to try to do that
Wonder
while
if
I'm streaming.
Trailblazer ship will head out on the major route south or stay within Og Bubble, said Tortoise.
Yeah, it's a good question. I don't know. I would think it'd be more useful if it starts to go towards Colonia, but I don't know if they're going to do that.
I'm back. You think they'll hit Colonia by September? I think
do.
as the road gets longer, more people will drop off and it will slow down, said
I think
Dragster.
more people will absolutely drop off, but I still think they're going to hit it by September. Because right now what you have is like 5 or 6 different strands all
They
going
gonna
in
move
parallel.
them or repurpose them for next event, said Oda.
And I think it may go down to 1 strand at some point instead of the 5 or 6 strands right now. Because if you look at anywhere down the path to Colonia right now, there's way more than just one system. By the way, if you haven't seen yet, Drac, Spanch has added a bridge tool to their set of searches, so that you can say where you are and where you want to go, and it'll pick where you need to build a bridge station to get from A to B. Which again, it's not gonna, I don't think it cares about how good of a system you're gonna throw away on a bridge. It's just looking for the most efficient method of building a bridge.
Landing gear deployed.
So when I'm done with this, like I said, I'm going to fly down to that system to 359 sector CJR. Kind of give a brief little overview of the system, and then record a video.
They need
Hopefully
10
I can
times the
record it without
Trailblazer
shutting
ships.
down the stream.
6 come on,
But we'll see.
FDEV said. Dragster.
Well, that was totally up to the player base, wasn't it? They said they'll add a new ship for every level that the players complete. They only completed 6 levels. So that's why there's 6 ships. But if the stream drops, then I'll just I'll restart it after I finish the video. But hopefully I can do them both at the same time.
Confirmed. Ship released. Launch is go.
I'll be heading toward the next neutron star, said. Dragster.
Okay.
Form a bubble, there said. Dragster.
There are more of them than you think. Or than, I don't mean you personally, but then more than most people think there are. There's quite a few neutrons in the path there.
Frameshift drive charging. 4, 3, 2.
No fire zone exited.
Yep.
You said earlier that we can make a profit by helping to deliver colonization.
The way that it
materials to
works is
carriers.
most people have
Which
just
materials
cranked up
would
the
you
profits
recommend we transform?
No fire zone entered.
Said
on their materials
David
to,
Waddell.
you know, like
Just got home
800%.
from food shopping. Good
An
golly.
ally like you is always
Excellent
welcome here.
ground beef at like $6.35 per pound. I'm gonna make me dang expensive burgers this week. Said. Der Corvuscurix nevermore.
Now it's all getting more pricey. Yeah, so David, basically you're gonna go
That's
to
why
where
knowing
any
what
of the
to do
colonial-
with local economy is so important, because as you get farther out, 2 to 3 fleet carrier jumps, you're going to need the materials to build from the local bubble, said. Dragster.
Yeah, well, that's why large groups are still going to go at high speed, because you're going to have 15 to 20 carriers all constantly flying back to get materials and then flying out to where the building site is. And I still think they're going to have a very good pace. This is the easy part, obviously. The getting further out is going to get harder.
Is this really necessary?
So go to where any of the megaships are, David, and then you can go to Inara to see which ship is paying how much. But a lot of people are just advertising in
You're
locals saying,
making a
hey,
big mistake.
load me up, 800% profit, that kind of thing. And you can make very good money on doing that right now. I think Joel got 4 billion in a little over 2 days.
Docking successful. Engines disengaged.
yeah, I gotta log out. Okay. I think one more after this. Yeah. Hey, ooh, two more. 840. Jeez. Okay.
Nice music, said Draxter.
Well, you asked for it, so I put it on.
Landing gear retracted. Ship released. Engines engaged. Frameshift drive charging. 4, 3, 2.
No fire zone exited.
So Drag, make sure you let me know which of the systems you once you actually get one. Not like necessarily the one you're trying to get, but once you actually claim one, make sure that you let me know so I can update that list, because I want to have a running list of like where are all of our little groups stations are, which are next to neutrons.
Welcome, Commander. Please request docking permission before approaching a landing pad.
Docking request denied. Please approach to 7500M.
Where do I find these ships of free riches you speak of? Map retorted, said Sophist.
You would find them at the systems that have the Trailblazer carriers, the super ships. And you can use an arrow.
Landing gear deployed.
Like, let me see if I can show you here. So there's an example of a ship, and you can see the prices that it's paying to buy all of those resources, and
Anywhere.
most
or
of those
specific
resources
areas, said Sophist.
most of those resources are selling for around 5,000 at the stations, and then these guys are paying like 40,000 to buy them from you. So huge margins. Look for the locations of the what are they? What are these ships called? I just blanked out. I just said it like a minute ago. The starts with an E. Like one is over here. But yeah, unfortunately they don't freaking show up in like if I go in here right now, I won't be able to see it. It's not even letting me look at it. Oh, there we go. So it's actually sitting, it's right there. It's well, no, that's system colonization ship.
26,000 for Water Holy, said Draxter. Trailblazer said Tortoise.
What the hell are these things called, guys? Help me out. Exo ships, no, expedition. I can't remember what the hell they're called. Starts with an E. Anyway, look for those ships in Nara. Go to that system, and in that system, you can find lots of carriers willing to pay big money. How close to Snake is everybody right now? Pretty close. Almost there. Trailblazers. Thank you, Tortoise. Exactly. They're called Trailblazers. So look for Trailblazer ships, go to where they're parked, and then look for buy orders from carriers in that system. Yeah, I can't pay those. I don't care how much money I got, dude. I can't pay like 1,000% or more just to load up a ship. That just feels wrong.
Yeah, I haven't been able to find stuff on maps since I started, really said Sophist.
So use Inara. That's your friend. Inara makes it really easy to find stuff.
Trailblazer ships are not visible in the system map, said
Yeah, they're not.
Oda.
Exactly. But they are in Inara. So if you go there, you can, let's just type in Trailblazer. So there's all of them listed. So just pick one. The one that's close to me, I think, is Dream. So that's this one right here, Trailblazer Dream. So this is all the stuff that it's selling. So what was it? Water, it's selling for 30 credits a piece. And the carrier was buying it for
They're doing a strange shot to Colonia by going to Snake. The
26,000
next Neutron
apiece.
to the left said
So think about that, guys. You're going to pay 31 credits. You're going to
on your
get
side
26,000
panel,
credits.
The system said
It's
Joey.
insane. It's insane.
Use the filter and check the point of interest, and you
Oh, I
can
see what
the
you're saying. So you're
Trailblazer
saying they're
said
doing a straight shot? I
Draxter.
didn't think it was a straight shot, though. Because if I look at where, I mean, you could start here. It doesn't really matter. If you start here and you look at Colonia, right? Keep flying. There we go. So now we're in Colonia. Now go back from Colonia out to here where we are. you know, snake is definitely to the right of that. So you see the bookmark for Colonia, right? It's that blue one or the green one. So if we go to right here, there's snake. This is not the straight shot. It's veering off to the right. Here's snake. Let's click on snake. So if we line these up, let's say this is a straight shot, and I just zoom back. You can see that we missed the bubble. Like it's a straight shot from over here maybe, but not from the bubble.
On stream said, Tortoise.
Oh, sorry. I'm sorry,
Break
guys.
out of Inara and back to the game screen said.
Just yeah, just remind me if something like that happens. Okay. So what I did is I went to snake, and then the green bookmark back there, the one with the two greens, that's Colonia. So we line up snake and this green mark. So this would be a straight path from snake directly to Colonia. And we just then start zooming back in a straight line. And if we do that, we miss the bubble. Like it's to the right of the bubble. It's actually kind of between the bubble and Guardian sites. This would be a straight path from. If we actually go from the bubble, like from here, let's pick, it doesn't really, Lassic. I mean, that's as good as any place in the bubble. Kind of central. And then we look at Colonia, which is that double green bookmark over there. Like going in a straight line here, well, there's no way you're going to end up at snake. Snake's over there on the right. So snake is not the shortest path to Colonia. Sorry, it just isn't. I have no idea why people, well, I do have some idea. Like I said, I think the biggest reason people are going to snake is the same reason I was going to go there. It has a station currently. It's kind of neat. And I have pet snakes, so I like snakes. But, you know, it kind of looks like a snake head, I guess. But it's not, it certainly is not on the way to Colonia. You can see Colonians on the left.
Check the next neutron star. It veers to the left said.
Well, it might veer to the left, but Colonia also veers to the left. All right, let's go to the next one. Let me copy that. So let's go to the next neutron. So that's actually below. Let's go to the one after that. Okay, so that's over here. But dude, it is more centrally located to the bubble and Colonia. So if we go over here and we line this up, this with Colonia, double green, and we zoom back out, see where we end up. Oh, we end up right in the bubble. Just on the left side. We're a little to the left side of the bubble, but that's closer than snake, which is over here.
Hello said, Nooftorious.
Hey, Noof. So they're gonna bounce left, right, left, right. They're not all in a straight line either way.
It's a nice landmark kinda between Sagittarius and Colonia said.
Let's go to
Oda.
the next one.
On your panel, one sin system. The trouble is I have no idea what
there's
system
one
to
over
go
there.
to. There are a few around. I'm sure you've noticed said.
There's one over there.
Sophist.
And what I'm gonna do for members of my group, guys, is I'm actually gonna bookmark
Zoom out
these
said.
at
Dragster.
Squadron, and we'll call these N for Neutron. Or I'll actually do something. Let's do this. N bracket N. One of those. There we go. Or I could do. Oh, I know what I'll do. This is actually going to be better. Star. So star will designate that it's a neutron. So that way we can see where all these neutrons are. And then the next one is right here. I mean, I don't even have to fly there to do this. Boom. Add, share, star. Save. Grab the next one. Star. bookmark. So these are all going to be squad bookmarks. So you can kind of see the path. And you can see it's bouncing left and right, man. It's absolutely bouncing. This is totally going in the... Oh, no, it is going in the right direction. Okay. So, bookmark. Star. All right, there we go. So you can see that the neutron stars are going over here, over here, over here, and then back to the right. So it's kind of whizzing back and forth. And Snake's over here. And then what's the let me see, do I have the one the closest to marked? Probably not.
What are you up to tonight? Said. Notorious.
Hauling and figuring out where we're gonna go from here and starting my T3 station. So those three things. So all the bookmarks with a star, those are all neutrons, guys. And then of course the first one, which is where I'm next to right now. All right, I guess that's not the first one. That's the second one. Okay, good enough. Yeah, the second one. Or no, that is the first one. Okay. So this neutron is the first one out of the bubble, and the one that I have that I'm literally one jump away from in my system. And then so this is the neutron path, or the beginning of it, right? Where's Colonia? Colonia is over there, and the neutron stars are going left, 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 and then curving back to the right. But Snake...
He's in a grinding trance, with trance music,
yeah, that
coffee
too.
X10, and a super hot spicy burrito, said. Dragster.
I get your caffeine, I get your nicotine, I get your... what else does this have? Methylene blue. I got your CDB, all in one package here. The best drinks. So anyway, you can see Snake is to the right, Colonia is straight. The path for getting the neutrons veers to the left. So there you go. But then it corrects itself. It starts to veer back to the right. Can I finish this, guys? You're gonna keep asking me questions. I think there's one more load after this one. So let me buy the next load, and I got one more to do after I drop this one off.
Toilet to follow, said. Dragster.
Landing gear retracted.
Confirmed. Ship released. Maintain a controlled speed until clear.
Toilet? No toilet. Still neat. We are going to there.
Frameshift drive charging.
No fire zone exited.
Part of the no fire zone. This is control.
3, 2, 1. Engage.
Good night and have a good ride. 07 said. Oda.
Take it easy, man. Oh shit, I flew by that. We'll catch you in the next one.
No fire zone entered.
Docking request granted. Landing gear deployed. Docking successful. Engines disengaged.
Really? $56 left. 56.
Landing gear retracted. Ship released. Engines engaged.
Loitering infraction detected. A clear path approach immediately to avoid lethal response.
Frameshift drive charging. 4, 3, 2, 1.
No fire zone exited.
Last load.
Permission granted. Check your landing pad assignment. That's an affirmative. See you soon, Commander.
Landing gear deployed.
$56. Cool. And I'm gonna send this guy to get to a place where I can refill the ship.
Landing complete. Enjoy your stay. Welcome to this carrier, Commander.
I'm gonna switch into a zippy ship. Yeah, zippy-er ship. Which I don't remember if it was this one or the other one. Probably the other one. See what the jump range in this guy is. Oh, that's really crappy. Not that one. Oh, I remember what I did. Yeah, it's ironically my best jump range right now on here on this account is this guy. $55, yeah. All right, so let's load up 56 titaniums. Jump the carrier. And it's going to hip. And so I think it's this guy is where it stops. Yep. Sounds about right. Yeah, that looks good. Area there. Okay. So 15 minutes, good. Okay.
Landing gear retracted.
Ship released. Maintain a controlled speed until clear.
Frameshift drive charging. 4,
No fire zone exited.
1, engage.
Docking request denied. Please approach to 7500 M.
Request granted.
An ally like you is always welcome here.
Landing gear deployed. Docking successful. Engines disengaged.
Is there a problem here, officer?
There we go.
Ship released. Engines engaged. Landing gear retracted.
Check out the new station. We gotta hoof it. Can't jump to it. We're gonna have to fly through it.
No fire zone exited. No fire zone entered.
Docking request granted.
An ally like you is always welcome here.
Landing gear deployed. Docking successful. Engines disengaged.
Take a look real quick for what we got for claims. I don't think I want any of these. I'll be honest. Yeah, all the ones I want are out of the bubble. So these potential 3 bookmarks. This one, somebody already grabbed that I was looking at. So, yeah. And this one, I think I was looking at before as well. And then, Drax, this is yours, I believe. 86,740. Pretty sure that's yours. Actually, I guess I could have looked. Hang on. Yeah. No. Unclaimed. Really? I thought that was yours.
No lead, no payout. I'm done. Time to bug out.
Yeah, pirate. Bug out. Let me go check that one out.
Landing gear retracted. Ship released. Engines engaged.
I don't know, said Draxter. Not on my game, said.
I know. Like you don't even. You got so many stations now. You don't even recognize your own stations. It may have been one that I told you about, but you didn't actually colonize. Let's take a look
No
inside.
fire
of
zone
there.
exited.
3, 2, 1.
Let's see what it looks like.
Warning. Temperature critical.
It's got a lot of planets, but nothing big. They're all pretty small. Like threes are the... Yeah, these are all 3s and 2s. And these are 1s, so these are pretty crappy. Well, never mind. I don't know why I bookmarked it then. But right now, I actually want to go to the bubble.
Fuel scooping complete.
This one right here. Jump over there. 1 jump. Good.
Frame shift drive.
So 51 light years. All right, guys, I'm gonna mute you so I don't hear you talking while I'm recording. If the stream drops, I'll probably bring it back up as soon as I'm done with the video, probably in about 10-15 minutes, but hopefully it won't drop
Z
while I'm
said,
recording this.
James. Atlas Rand, question. If I pop a heat sink when a pirate announces he wants to grab my goodies, does it help with evading the pirate?
I don't
This is
think
before
so,
the
but some
pirate locks
people have
onto
said
me.
that.
Said.
I've never had that help.
Cortiscurix
So
nevermore.
try it out, see if it does. I don't think it does anything, honestly. Greeting, commanders. This is Commander Atlas Rand, and today I have a short video where I'm actually asking you guys to help me out. So I'm not asking for money before you jump to a different video, but my channel is not monetized, so there is no money for me to make off of this. I do it for fun. But what I do need help with right now is getting one of the systems that I've expanded into built out. Now I'm in the system right now. I've got about 2.5 weeks left, so it's not super imminent. But in those 2.5 weeks, this station right here needs to get built, which is currently at 0%. Here's a list of all the materials that it needs, which is basically all of them because it's at 0%. And I'm going to be flying and bringing materials to it over the next 2 weeks myself, but I'm going to need some help as well. So this video, unlike most of my other ones, it's actually not a training video. It's a call out for help video. Again, nothing emergency, but definitely something that I could use your help on. So the system is Col 359 sector CJ-R C5-26. The name's up top of the screen right now. And there's only one construction site in the entire system, and that is right here at the colonization ship. That ship is very close to the sun. It's 703 light seconds away, so it's just about a minute's flight from the sun where you first jump into the system. And let me show you where the system is in relation to the bubble as well. So let me close that out and show you, this is the system right here, and this is the bubble. So let's go. I'm going to put in Sol as a good central reference. Keep in mind, Sol is deep in the bubble, so if you're on this side of the bubble, it's actually going to be a lot closer. But if I was to go to Sol, it's 352 light years. So 352 light years from the center of the bubble. Now let me go to the very edge of the bubble. Let me find the system over here. Let's try this system right here. Is just outside of what used to be the bubble. So this used to be the edge of the bubble. You can see there's so much new stuff out there right now. But this system was at the very edge of the bubble, and it's exactly 200 light years away from the system that I'm building out where I could use your help. So there's two ways to help. One is if you want to bring materials directly to that construction site and drop them off. That's an awesome way. Obviously, I appreciate it. You probably only want to do that if you have a carrier. So if you can jump in a carrier into that system, unload a few loads, doesn't have to be a huge amount, but you know, whatever help you can provide, it's going to be good. That would be great. If you can't do that, you don't have a carrier, or you just are busy with a carrier, there's going to be another way to help. And the other way to help is going to be by loading up one of my carriers. And I'll give you the carrier name that's going to be sitting in a system pretty close by. And let me find it here. It's right here. It's called Load Me Up Number 1. So Load Me Up Number 1 is right there. It's currently in that system. And that system is one jump away from this system, which is where the what are they called? The expedition megaships are. I'm always forgetting the name of them. Trailblazers. So there's a Trailblazer ship right here at HIP 90578, and my carrier is one jump away in cold 285 sector RP-E C12-21. But the easiest way to find all of this stuff, of course, is via Inara. And via Inara, if you look for bracket, Galt bracket, and then Load Me Up number 1. There's also number 2 and number 3 and stuff, but number 1 is the one that I'm going to be parking real close to the Trailblazer ship. So that's the second way you can help me. The third way you can help me is just by joining the community on my Discord, and you can see the link on the very bottom, on the bottom right there. That is the link to join our Discord. There's a lot of people doing a lot of constructions and figuring out how things work in the game. So you'll get plenty of knowledge and information by joining. And, you know, if you can help load some of the other carriers that people have, which are going to be also helping me by jumping into the system, that's, I guess, a third way to do it. So lots of different ways to help. So if you've liked any of my last 150 videos that help players in Elite Dangerous, here's your opportunity to give thanks. Help me get that station built. It's a T3 station. It is the largest station with a ring that you can build. And I've got just over 2 weeks to make it happen. And the only way it's going to happen is with help from you guys. All right. See, I told you this one was a short one. It actually is for a change. I'll catch you on the next one. All right, how's my stream? Did that survive me recording the video on top of the stream? Hopefully. Yeah, Drac, you don't need to commit to anything. Whatever people do, including you, is awesome. Thank you. But, you know, I'm sure we'll get it done in 2 weeks. It's just, there's no way in hell I'm going to get it done alone, because doing stuff while streaming is always half the speed.
How many loads do you need? Said David Waddell. Yep, said
I can
David Waddell.
You sure you want to know, David? I can tell you the exact number of loads.
Stream still up, said
All right,
David Waddell.
So the stream's still working. I will need 267 trips in a cutter, or that translates into about 10 carrier loads. So 10 full carriers worth of materials. And the materials are posted in my Discord. If someone's not in Discord, join up. A great community out there in general, but that's also
And
where
that's
I'm
how the
posting stuff.
sausage is made, said Tortoise.
That literally is how I make my videos. I mean, it's one cut. I don't use a script, obviously. I just talk. And you guys got to see a video being made in real time. Granted, it was not a very long one, but same exact process. Now, I'm actually super happy that the stream didn't crash while I was doing that, because I was afraid that's exactly what was going to happen. As soon as I start recording the video, the stream would crash.
It's a massive undertaking, said Draxter.
Well, we'll see. We'll see what happens. I figured, you know, if enough people hear that, that here's a way to thank me for making all those videos that helped them out at some point, just to drop off some material, we might have this thing done in a few days. So I gotta edit and post the video later today. All right, let's make sure pirates didn't kill me while I was doing all that. Nope, still flying somewhere in the middle of nowhere.
T3 really is a group project, said Tortoise. Don't worry, you have the Draxter, said Draxter. I don't sleep much, said Draxter.
Yeah, I've noticed that, man. I haven't been sleeping too much either lately. But, oh, I flew 190,000 light seconds, nice. I was watching the end of season 2 of Severance. I don't know if any of you were watching that. That's an Apple TV show. Very good. It's kind of a mystery drama, kind of a slightly sci-fi-ish, but not completely
I might do one
sci-fi.
solo, just to see how fast I can build a T3, said Draxter.
Hey, you want to do mine solo? Go for it, man. I'll tell everybody to not help. And we'll see how long it takes you. I know when Noof was on, because he's built 2 of those now, right? He's now completed 2 T3s, mostly solo. But he, I think, said that it took him about trying to remember how many hours. I think it was over the course of about 2.5 weeks, and I think he did like 120 hours or something. So that's what kind of got me a little worried. It's like, shit, I got 2 weeks left, and I can't, like, the speed that I can do this while I'm streaming is about half the speed that I do it if I'm not streaming. So either I just don't stream for 2 weeks and just focus on building this thing out, or I get some help from people.
Lol, said Draxter.
I am going to drop some material off right now that I've got with me out there, just to get it started, so it's not at complete zero. That, and then I need to fly around all the local bubble light systems that are built out and see what materials I can buy and bring here. 'Cause I guess there's quite a bit of stuff locally available now.
I have just over 5 loads combined steel and titanium to finish my orbital port. So, I'll be helping you finish, said Kunder Korviskurix Nevermore.
Cool.
I'm free
That'll be
this
useful.
weekend if y'all need some help, said Gabe K.
I'm sure we will, Gabe. I'm sure. I highly doubt it's going to get completed before the weekend. Man, I was really far away here. Holy shit.
You never know with the ed community said. Gabe K.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Yeah, I mean, if it gets done, that'd be awesome. But I obviously there's a few reasons why I plopped down the T3 here right away. But one of which is I knew that there's going to be like 5 to 7 other people that are building right next to me, and they're going to be building before me. So by the time I start building, there should be a supply of materials that's already locally generated here.
We were hoping, at least, that the refinery supply would be enough to keep up with the demand, said James.
Yeah, well, I think there's still an awful lot of demand. No matter how much the refineries are producing, the demand is going to be big, not just from people in our bubble, but also from people further down once Inara starts reporting that it's available here. But that's kind of the point, right? Is to build a bubble that can generate all these materials closer to where the construction is. And then if that formula works successfully, then you can replicate it further down.
Word's already gotten out that we have the closest metal for sure, said James.
Oh, I'm sure, yeah. Exactly. And there's no way to tweak the pricing, so it's kind of like, you know, it is what it is for everybody. There's no way to make it cheaper for our guys than for anybody else. Now, the good thing about building this T3 is that since it is a first station, it's a ship, which is much easier to land on than that absolute nightmare of a killer construction site. This is way more preferable.
An ally like you is always welcome here.
Did you invite Lord Draxter to Squadron? Said Draxter.
If you sent me a thing, I did. Let me look. If you, I've been trying to look
On what
once a
grounds are
day
you scanning this vessel, officer?
to see if there's any. Oh no, I guess there are some pending apps. There we go. And then there's Tortoise, which I thought I already let Tortoise in.
The 6th Fleet carrier is called DFC. Mind Strike, which sounds cooler than Strike of the Mind, said Dragster.
There you go.
Landing gear deployed.
What is Pilot MCPO pants? Is that anybody on the stream right now or not?
Is this really necessary?
Don't know who all that is, so I'm gonna leave it alone for now.
Successful. Engines disengaged.
I don't like bringing people in that I haven't talked to previously. Members. There you go. That didn't work. Let's try that again. Okay, everybody's an agent now. Good. All right, let's drop some stuff off. Oh, are you kidding me? Oh, I guess I left it all in the other station. Crap. I am looking forward to getting this, my first ring station built. That'll be great. Love the look of those things.
Yeah, I had access to Squadron last night, said Tortoise.
Yeah, that's why I thought you did. Yeah. So I wasn't sure why it showed you as not in yet. And this is a 5 planets, so it's got room for 5 things on there. And I think it's it's the only ones. That's why that was another reason for building the T3 right off the get-go, because it's going to be over a 5 planet. Now, unfortunately, it's a nice planet, not a metal world, but still.
Landing gear retracted. Ship released.
Does seem to have green areas, which is interesting.
Being in Squadron, I can see the bookmarks, which is very useful, said
Yeah,
Dragster.
that's one of the main benefits of it for now until they redo the whole Squadrons thing.
07 said
So
Hydrodyne.
you got a lot of bookmarks now all over the place. This is, by the way, where my new character is getting all the first footfall stuff. All right, so I think we're good. Let me land and take a look at this planet while I'm here. Very curious about it.
No
Can't
fast zone
remember
exited.
their YouTube tag, but Peter Delon Philippines has been in chat here a few times, said Lord Narcout.
Oh, has he? Okay, I'll approve him. I just didn't recognize the name. Easy enough. Oh, damn it.
That's me, said Bill Mencken.
Oh, Bill, okay. Alright, see, that's the problem. You all use different names in everything. So, you got one name on Discord, different name in YouTube, and a different name in the game. So I never know who's who.
Orbital flight engaged.
So we got some ice and some green stuff here. I want to check out the green stuff.
07 Narco said Bill Mencken.
How are you doing, Narco? What are you up to? Did you watch Rick's video on the best cargo ships where he's absolutely wrong?
07 Lord Narco said Dragster. 07 Bill said Lord Narcauki. Don't eat the green snow, said James.
This looks pretty cool. There's definitely going to be some outposts still here.
Hey Draxter07 said, Lord Narkalki. My name is Draxter, make sure you don't forget it said. Draxter. Hey James, I was checking some of the claims. I haven't found a system with 2 bodies with 7 ground locations each said. Hydrodyne.
Hydrogen, you're getting damn good luck. You'd mentioned previously you had some really good systems too. So good job there. Dude, this doesn't not look like an ice planet, right?
I saw the video and commented on your comments said. Draxter. Not yet. How wrong in your opinion? Said. Lord Narkalki.
He had the
Hydro.
freaking
7's the most
Anaconda
I've seen in a system so far.
as the
and you
second
had
best
2.
ship. Come
Said.
on, dude. Anaconda?
James.
That's not a cargo ship. That's not the second best cargo
Good
ship.
video for clicks and engagement though. Many opinions will be shared in comments said. Tortoise.
Yeah, well, I know it's good for engagement, but he's
Will
obviously
post
wrong about it.
screenshots soon said. Hydrodyne.
This looks very pretty. I like this planet. Yeah, obviously got a mining. Oh, dude, I'm totally gonna plop in like a mining facility or something over here. This looks really cool. Looks like they've done like all kinds of mining activity here, like metal mining. What?
I took a day off from my new second job hauling said. Lord Narkalki.
Yeah. Okay, so I need to go like right here.
I've got a 400 trillion conda with 53 laden and 83 unladen said. Hydrodyne. Atlas found the world. I was dumping all my mining chemicals to avoid scurvy. The powers that be said. James.
You bastard.
The planet break checked you said. Tortoise. The voice translates. Lord Narkalki said. Draxter. Lol Pilotpensis me. Been hauling for ya a couple times. Said. Bill Mencken.
Yeah, I got it. You're in the group now, Bill. I saw that.
Hauling in a anaconda is painful said. Draxter.
Where the hell am I? This doesn't look good. Hello. Hey, I didn't crash. All right. I'm definitely gonna enjoy putting some facilities on this planet here.
I love the TA, said Draxter. Don't know who that Narkowki is, but I don't like him, said Lord Narkowki. Lol, said Draxter. James posted that 7-spot system said Hydrodite. That system's pretty nuts. Claim it quick, said James. Hey, the 200 kilometers distance between settlements is incredibly useful. It's super quick, said
Yeah.
Draxter.
I did that on my first system. I started building stuff that's literally only 200 apart. You could go from one to the other really quick.
Oh, he did claim it, said James. The Conda could beat out the Type 9 Jusser, depends on criteria. Haven't watched it yet, said Lord Narkowki.
Can't hold anywhere near as much. It's also just as slow as it.
The system is sick, said Draxter. James, it was a system in the chain, didn't even realize how good it could be, said Hydrodine.
Okay, that's a little too much down force. It's not quite crashed yet.
I don't know about you, but I can say Lord Narkowki over and over again. Lord Narkowki, Lord Narkowki, Lord Narkowki, said Draxter. Easy now. Don't wear it out, said Lord Narkalki. Look at this man playing around while begging for us to help him get his T3.
Y'all
gun
need to
tech,
hurry up
said
and build my damn station.
James.
I'm creating content for videos, guys. You don't understand. This is work. Like, I have to do this just to compete with the likes of Commander, what's his name? Commander Beetlejuice or Spinach Sprout or whatever the hell his name is. You gotta have this kind of stuff in your videos, otherwise people don't watch them.
More sausage making, said Tortoise.
Yep, exactly. Yeah, now that I've got it working so it doesn't drop the stream if I'm recording, this is actually pretty good. I can do all my recordings on stream. Anyway, this is a neat planet. I like this planet. Yeah, definitely got one here.
Drive charging. 4, 3, 2, 1. Engage.
No, I don't want to go there. Where am I going? I'm going over here. Where my carrier is. There it is.
Drive charging.
James, if you build a T3 above a terraformable world like a water world, or Earth-like, does it become a terraform? T3 said. Dragster. Drac, there's no evidence of such, sadly said. James. Would be cool if it did, said. James. I found a system I'm going to try, said. Dragster.
Fuel suit disengaged. Frameshift drive charging. Temperature critical. Fuel scooping. Frameshift drive charging.
My 6th slot is a terraformable HMC, but the outpost in orbit has no economy pressure from that economy, said. James.
4, 3, 2, 1.
So James, for that planet where the T3 is, you're gonna need to tell me what I should put on there, because remember, I'm gonna build this thing out the way that it complements the best the rest of the bubble. So I don't care what goes there. You tell me what should go there.
Frameshift drive charging.
Let's show you guys. So I've been running that other app that's called, it's called SRV Survey. So no, it's called SRV Survey. It actually works when you're flying around too.
We'll save that for when it's done, said. James.
Okay, that's fine. So like you can see up top, it's showing me where the next jump is to, how many ships have been there in the last hour or 24 hours or last week, how many bodies are in there. Just give me more info about where I'm jumping. And then on the bottom left there, it's showing me how many bodies need to get scanned. And if there were any biologicals in here, it'd show me that as well. The Yurg. I wonder whose that is.
Today's cruise includes some delightful views. Our flight attendants are on hand with full details. We will be cruising in system for a while. Please feel free to take advantage of our in-flight entertainment.
So I have an extraction economy on my first system right now. That's interesting. Population is at 54,000. I thought it said that it was industrial. I guess extraction. Huh. Yeah, it just says extraction. Not a combination of things.
Break time. Still going, IC said. Solar Sailor.
Yeah, not for long. I'm gonna wrap it up and then start doing some video editing. I gotta get done. Doesn't look like anybody else is streaming. So I will wrap it up. Oh, this is so pretty. This is like the perfect direction for this thing to face. Look at that. Just facing perfectly down the sun. Wow. Can't ask for much better. Yeah. There we go. All right, guys, I'm going to wrap it up. I'll see you on the next one.